All right, everybody, welcome back. Go ahead and open up a Google Doc. We got our last week. We need to learn a couple more things. So in your title, let's put line graph practice. Okay, at the top of your page, let's center it up. Line graph practice. I want it 20-point font underlined. Oh, I don't have a 20. So what do? I come here, I just type a 20 in, and then hit enter. Okay, great. So we worked on pie graphs and bar charts. Okay, but a line graph is also very helpful because it helps track change with a nice visual. Okay, so let's go to insert chart line. Great. We have a little fake line graph here. And let's go to open source. Right. I clicked on this little arrow here and I went to open source so I could find the information that's going to help me make a line graph. Similar to our other graphs, over here we have team 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's change this here. Let's see. Let's track how many points Dave scored over those first games. So we're going to say game 1, game 2, game 3, and game 4, game 5. And I could just click this and move it if I want more space. Game 6. Okay, and there's two brothers that are on the same team, so they want to compete and chart their scorings. We have Dave and we have Steve. Okay, in the first game, Dave scored 8, then 4, then 6, then 2, then 10, big finish, then 4. Whereas Steve scored 4, 6, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Okay, great. So we have some base information in there. Let's go make our chart and change our chart a little bit. Good, chart style. What I really want to do is put a dot for every point. You know, I want game 5 to have a dot here. I want game 2 to have a dot right here. Okay, let's see how we can do that. Data. I don't see anything in here that might help. Ooh, what if we change our line? We can change our line to a smooth line chart. This would be more for like long-term trends or data points that aren't so sharp. But our data points are pretty sharp. We can also compare one by a line in a graph, a combo chart, or an area chart. Okay, very neat. But I think that a line chart classic is the way to go. Let's see, I want to customize. Well, I need to center out my title. That's just a pet peeve of mine. 20. A little old school series. Data labels would help. Okay. Um, if I click error bars, those are these things right here. That's more for a different statistic based. It puts a point where I want it to, but I don't want that error bar. So we take that out. There we go. Oh, now I have points. Oh, point shape. Here we go. Let's change it to triangle. No, a star. No, a pentagon. Much better. But as you can see here, I really can't see 10, can I? That's not very helpful. So let me go back. And that would be my vertical axis I need to change. Maximum value. Let me add 12. That way I added 12 up here. So I can shrink down my point so we can see my entire line. Okay, I want to be able to see my entire line. Okay, and I also want my labels to be a little bit bigger on the side and bold. All right, and X. There you have it. There we have our line chart. Let me update it. Boom. Point scored, Dave and Steve. Excellent. Okay, let's try something else. We haven't done a column chart yet. Open source. Okay, these are gonna be very similar to your bar charts that went sideways. Except a column chart goes up and down. Every different data set has a specific chart that's more useful than a different one. So you just got to recognize and see what you think might work best. Okay, so for this one, what can be represented by columns? Well, what if I were as a teacher, I might want to know which of my kids, got 100 versus which did not get 100 on a test, right? So I could maybe change this to 100% and this to less than 100%. Okay, and I'd probably change to like first period, second period, third period, fourth period. So 100% usually it's a little lower. All right, and that's not too bad. So let me go back to my graph and update. Good, now I have some real numbers. Okay. So those are the 4 charts you can really make, and that's pretty important. If you wanted to make an adjoining table, like sometimes in the science world we have like a chart, and then we also put a table down there. You can insert your table. You know how to do that. And you can write in your data points and whatnot. Cool. Okay, let's make one more graph. I want it to be a line graph. Insert, chart, line. Okay, and I want you to make your own, and I want you to think, what can I track in my life that'll be useful? Maybe it's the number of pages you've read in your book, over the past 12 days. The good thing about a line chart is it can go forever. You know, We can move this out of the way. So day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wrong way. Oops. You know, the first day I read 6 pages, then I read 23 pages, then I read 17 pages. What?